Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on how to survive in 7 days to die. Now the first and most important thing of any kind of survival game is environmental awareness. As soon as you spawn in, take a look around, see what your surroundings are, see if there's any zombies nearby, and yeah, this is most important throughout the whole game. Just know your surroundings, be aware of what is in your environment. Now the second thing is 7 days to die brings you some starter quests there on the top right of the screen, and I would suggest doing these as to start out with. Craft up a bedroll and you'll get yourself some basic weapons and armory and that kind of stuff, and then we're good to start taking on anything in the world. Alright, so once you've done all those starting quests, you should be having a bow and that kind of stuff, and also some skill points to spend. Now, I would suggest first of all going for Sexual Tyrannosaur, as it increases your stamina gain, and stamina is really important in this game. The rest you can sort out yourself a little bit, see what is important, but I would suggest not putting any kind of skill points in leveling skills. Those are the skills that go up to 100, and yeah, the max level cap in this game is 200. After you've become level 200, it's really tough to gain any more skill points, so better to spend them wisely and not spend them into leveling skills, as you can just level those skills up by doing stuff. Alright, now that we have the basics sorted out, we want to gather up a little bit of wood, some stone and some feathers in order to craft up some arrows, so that if we come across a zombie, that we are well equipped to deal with them. I'm also picking up cotton and those kind of things, basically because they're very useful, and you can also sell them to traders. Now here's another thing: don't get distracted by hunting animals and that kind of stuff. Keep your environmental awareness high. As you can see here, I'm following this bunny, trying to shoot it down, and meanwhile I run closer to zombies and bears. Focused on the rabbit, I do not notice them until very late. Luckily for me, I do notice them in time. I can easily get a step away from them, but yeah, again, environmental awareness is the most important thing. Alright, so we're ready for our first zombie encounter. Again, environmental awareness, make sure that there was no zombie creeping up behind you. Once we're ready, we're going to aim for the head, and if we make a good shot, then we are able to knock the zombie down. As soon as it's down, we can come closer and finish it off. Obviously you can loot the body afterwards, and yeah, you can get pretty rich with looting, but again, make sure your environment is safe. Now another way to deal with zombies is first knock them down with a ranged weapon, and then switch to your melee weapon and take the zombie out. And obviously we can also use melee in order to take the zombie out fully. Now this takes a bit of practice. The best way I like is to just run past and hit them while you're running past. There's also the go in and step backwards maneuver. I've seen a lot of players doing it that way. It's also a very good way, as long as you don't stand still next to the zombie, because when the zombie hits you, you can get stunned and he can hit you another time and you will die very quickly. So be careful with trying to do that. Alright, so walking into the wastelands is never a good thing when you're a starting player, but if you have to, then make sure to watch on the ground very carefully. There are mines everywhere and you don't want to step on those, as it could kill you instantly. The fastest way to get good items in 7 days to die is by trading with the traders. So what I do is I sell anything I don't necessarily need at that very moment, or that is not a rare item that I will need later on. Sell anything I have for Dukes coins, and with those Dukes coins I buy whatever I want or need. That way I can get good gear and good weapons and that kind of stuff pretty fast in this game, and you don't need to worry about leveling up skill points or using skill points in order to get the gear and get the weapons. At 10 p.m. in-game time, the night will fall, and as soon as night falls, zombies can run and do more damage. The night lasts till 4 a.m. in the morning, so you want to be careful during that time. Try to avoid zombie encounters, and if you do, make sure that you've got a pathway to run away from them as they run towards you. Zombies are quite blind in Alpha 16, so you can easily avoid them during the night. Most players like to hang out in a prefab, that means a house generated by the game in the night. And yeah, if you do, make sure to plant a bedroll, because with the new spawning mechanics, the sleepers will just spawn underneath you, and as placing a bedroll is the only way in this game to block spawns. So personally, I'd like to roam around a bit and do some looting while being still aware of my environment, carefully checking where zombies are and staying a good distance. Right, so here's me in the night trying to get away from a wolf, and yeah, I just run past a zombie. She didn't even notice me. As long as I don't make any sound, they can hardly see where I am. Alright, I usually try to avoid encounters in the night, but just for the practice of this video, I'll show you how I deal with a zombie in the middle of the night. Now you can see the zombie has no clue where I am. Even though I shoot it and I hit it, as long as I'm using a bow and I'm not making any sound, it has no clue where it comes from. And yeah, this makes aiming a bit tough, but there we go. We got it down. Now just run close and kill it off and loot it. Alright. Here again, zombie comes running to me. I run backwards and yeah, try to make a corner so that it loses my pathway. Still being aware of my environment is very important. And again, we got it down without it even coming close to us. Alright, so finally I've got some footage of me dealing with a blood moon on the streets. This is after I've been leveled up and geared up quite some time already. This is actually footage from our server, so you'll see there's a tiny bit more delay with zombies coming in. Now on the left side there's a cop already, and yeah, basically I'll deal with this whole blood moon on foot on this street, and using mostly the bow and a little bit of a machete probably. So yeah, I'll leave the footage running. I'll fast forward it, enjoy it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see any more tutorials on anything specific of 7 Days to Die, then leave me a comment below and let me know what you want to see. Thanks for watching and see ya later. Have fun gaming.